Government pumps more money into chickpea eradication campaign. Prime Minister cautions children about the use of tablets received from the government and leveraging the commercial opportunities of the sport industry. I'm Simone Wolf with Jamaica House Weekly. On Saturday, Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller led the charge towards ridding the country of the chikungunya virus by carrying out cleanup activities in her constituency of Southwest St. Andrew. While thanking private sector organizations such as Digicel for its support of the cleanup campaign, Mrs. Simpson-Miller called on more companies to join the effort.
I want to appeal to private sector companies that the communities in which they operate, they should partner with the people in the community and assist to clean up those communities.
Earlier in the week, the Prime Minister led a technical meeting of the island's National Emergency Response Team at Jamaica House. She authorized the allocation of $150 million more to fight the spread of the chikungunya virus. She also told the team to be thorough and consistent in the planning, implementation and public communication of the ongoing national response. And the team discussed plans for the national cleanup campaign, which is to be unveiled this week. On Wednesday, Mrs. Simpson-Miller concerned herself with another disease. This time, she met with health officials to review the threat of the Ebola virus. Coming out of those discussions, the Ministry of Health heightened surveillance at all ports of entry to screen and assess passengers traveling from Ebola-affected countries. The ministry said it would also continue to distribute health warning messages at all ports of entry. In addition to staff training on how to deal with the Ebola virus, a special treatment center has been established and all hospitals have identified isolation rooms. Jamaica's heightened response to the Ebola virus followed reports last week that the American state of Texas had reported its first case. As government continued the rollout of its $1.4 billion Tablets in Schools pilot program last week, Prime Minister Simpson-Miller reminded children that the devices were only for educational purposes.
I want to warn the children against posting things on YouTube. These tablets are for educational purposes, nothing else. And I'm going to warn the parents to monitor your children, what they have or put on these tablets.
The Prime Minister was speaking at the Haile Selassie High School on Monday, where 840 students received their tablets. The Prime Minister also spoke on women's issues this past week. At an International Monetary Fund seminar on women, work and the economy, Mrs. Simpson-Miller reaffirmed Jamaica's commitment to the economic empowerment of women. This, she said, would be done by methodically exposing and correcting gender disparities and inequality.
The Jamaican government is committed to gender equity and has put in place policies and legislation that foster greater participation of women in the country's economic life.
Prime Minister Simpson-Miller endorsed the ongoing redevelopment of downtown Kingston last week by dispatching Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites to unveil the Evolution Monument at the Breezy Castle roundabout. The monument was commissioned by telecoms provider Digicel Jamaica for its foundation's 10th anniversary celebrations.
Through its commitment of giving back, Digicel has positively impacted the lives of hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans. In fact, focusing on the areas of education, community development and special needs, the Digicel Foundation has invested over 19.5 million United States dollars, directly impacting over 446,000 beneficiaries through 447 projects all across Jamaica.
And Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller last Thursday took some time out to show her gratitude to the island's senior netballers, the Sunshine Girls. During a courtesy call at Jamaica House, she presented the team with checks in honor of their stellar performance at the recent Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland. The team, through Captain Nicole Aiken-Pinnock, thanked the Prime Minister, the Sport Development Foundation and Minister Natalie Nita-Headley for their continued support of netball. Meanwhile, government improved its chances of garnering more revenue from the sport industry with Wednesday's launch of Jamaica Sport. The program is a partnership between the Ministries of Sport and Tourism and Entertainment and will see the implementation of a major sport attraction initiative.
The guidelines for hosting international events are clearly defined. They are now before the National Sport Council for ratification. These guidelines will form the basis of how we operate jointly in seeking to attract international events.
The program is being financed by the Tourism Enhancement Fund and involves input from several government and private institutions. And that's it for this week's edition of Jamaica House Weekly. Join us next time for the latest stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.